Hey guys, welcome to Farming Simulator 2019. So we are here on our first official after-release video, and the embargo is lifted. So what does that mean for me? Oh, needless to say, the old me is back. So, I will be doing a video at some point. I haven't recorded it yet, but the things that I like and the things that I don't like. And to be honest, as I've been saying for the most part, the game I do like. I think it's amazing. I really do, as much as that word is, well, frowned upon now, I would say, after the last little while. It is. I think it is a genuinely good game. That being said, when I get rid of the map, there's been a lot of changes in the game. Graphically, engine-wise, physics-wise, all of that. And there, to be honest, there's a lot of silly issues in there. Granted, it's stuff that is not game-breaking that I've seen personally. Now, I'm not saying there isn't anything game-breaking and people are going to go, oh, because you're a media partner, you're just saying it's all grand and it's all fine, there's nothing broken. No, I know there is. But what I have experienced so far, just look at it. It's beautiful. It's nothing that I've experienced personally has broken my game yet. Now there's a few things with Z-fiding, textures not moving on the joystick, stuff like that. The placeable system, I think, right now, for me personally, I understand why it is in the game because of the multiplayer, which is another thing that I think I played on last night, because I do have a dedicated server, the Landy Kid family, feel free to join that. The way they've done the multiplayer is awesome. It really is. It's absolutely awesome. There I go, using that freaking word again. Thank you, Virtual, for killing that. It's all in good fun, though. But the placeables, you put them down, and they can leave a huge cliff one side. Makes the game look freaking ugly, if you ask me. You remove it. Oh look, what do you have there? The same terrain, and it's auto-leveled, and it's still looking ugly. So what do you have to do? You have to make sure that you've switched off autosave, come out of the game, or do it. You don't like it, quit out the game, load back in. Okay, go do that on multiplayer when it autosaves. I understand why they've done it. It was too early. That should have been sorted beforehand. Because, yeah, you get sometimes where you get a nice little curve like this. I think this is acceptable. And even here, where it's perfectly flat. I'm not going to play something to show you guys, because, to be quite frank, I hate it. But you can get really, really bad. But again, I get it. I've seen a few people complaining about the grass coming through the concrete or the stuff like this as well. I think that's the biggest thing for me personally. The placeable system is, well, I wouldn't say it's foobar, but that's got people riled up. Now, I know there's stuff coming. There's supposed to be brushes coming so you can basically morph the terrain and all of that. I feel that should have been in the game from the get-go. Another huge thing, again, it's to do with the placeables. This is my biggest gripe of the game. Animals. Who in their right mind wants to waste a field for the animals? Are you out of your mind? And then to have it look ugly and not blend in with the map. I think that's the downside on Giant's part. I really do, where I feel the map should have been set up in such a way where if you have your yard pre-built, so on the easiest level, your cows are put in, your animals are put in somewhere. The horses, maybe keep that as a placeable, but your key animals, cows, pigs, sheep, put in on the map somewhere. Hell, even the chickens. But it wasn't. I think that's my major gripe of the game right now from what I've been playing. The bale physics, the round bales, I feel, for myself at least, the round bales have improved quite a lot. That's another question I've been getting asked a hell of a lot, is what are the bale physics like? The square bales with the stock in-game bale fork, I genuinely cannot remember what the stock in-game bale physics were like with that stuff. before the Kerfab come along for me. That was my beloved bale fork, which I used to be able to hold a key combo down, and it would basically have it lock down on the forks. So that I can't even say whether that's improved. I really don't know. Another minor gripe would be bale trailers. Well, not necessarily a bale trailer. I'll change that. Another flatbed, a big flatbed. We've got the legal bale trailer, which I don't actually have on this map, but the one that's got the sides on it. I think it's really cool, actually. I like it. But I would love to see a bit bigger flatbed for hauling pallets around, because we don't have one. I know there's one coming in the mods this week, but I can't help feel that should have been day one mod. Is a trailer to haul stuff around like that. Yeah, I've got the truck, but again, if you're a newbie starting the game and on a budget, you ain't gonna have that yet. You're not gonna have this thing. So that's something else. And then you're basically stuck with this for a flatbed, which I love this trailer, don't get me wrong. I think it's a very utilitarian trailer, but it's very sluggish because it's only so much stuff that can go in there. But as a whole, I think the graphics have improved dramatically. I think the lighting's improved dramatically. I know I've seen some people talk about the lighting being oversaturated and stuff like that. Again, I beg to differ. And the videos, and this is the thing that's, I just want to slap them across the face and like, what are you looking at? You're looking at a stream. You're looking at videos, which doesn't mean crap, because it's not in front of your own screen. And I can't stress enough, I hope a lot of you now get it, when you're looking at the game through your own screen. If any of you are still watching these videos, which, you know, I don't know, how many of you actually think the game looks dramatically different from the last one? And especially if you look at it from, say, for example, I'll use me as an example, my stream compared to what you now see in front of you. What was better? I mean, yeah, I can see where people come from about, oh, it's oversaturated. You look at the white and it is, well, very white and in your face. But isn't anything when it's that white and that crisp? I mean, how? When was the last time you walked outside in the snow on a bright winter's day and got blinded because how bright the snow was? Was that oversaturated? I think there's a lot of people out there that are just naysaying it for the sake of naysaying it. I don't get it personally. But that's, so far, without ranting and raving, basically my true thoughts of the game right now. The bale physics for the squares I can't talk about. The placeable system I feel should have been really heavily looked at a lot more, I feel. But again, I understand for the multiplayer. Maybe if that couldn't have got fixed in time, delay the game. Some of the issues that I've seen, it's got a lot of little issues. The placeable being the core fundamental of the game right now. Maybe the game should have been delayed. But that's my 2 cents on it. I think once it's polished and working properly, it will be good. But it's like the Forestry back in 15 when we first got that. That was broken as... yeah, it was just broken. Plain broken. It was horrendous. The placeables, are they just broken and... well, not... I wouldn't say they're broken, they're working as they should be. But not how everyone was expecting them to work. That's for sure. I really hope modders don't have to abide by the placeable system. And I've been saying for months now, placeable system is my big worry. That's the one feature I don't like in the game. And I'm trying to like it, I really am, but oh, I'm not. And even like, all the decorative buildings on the yard, what's that to do with? We can't use them. Why? The big red barn that was on this map, it's actually just over where the header trailer was. Or wait, where the header is right now, actually. Supposedly that was in the trailer, but we can't use it, we can't get in there, we can't store equipment in there. I want to use it. I know people will probably make it so you can, but still. As far as the farmhouse goes, I know I'm ranting and raving about, but I know a lot of you probably want it, and you've come here for this. The farmhouse, I think that is a good addition, where you can skip time. I think it's a little bit on the pricey side, but I do think it's worthwhile. At least on a server, if one place has got it, I think it's fair. Let's be honest. And as I'm thinking on my server right now, it's probably night time, unless UK Daz could have put one down. But yeah, the multiplayer server on my side of things. Moving on to topics I don't want to just completely destroy the game because I'm really enjoying it. The multiplayer is up. What I ask is, my farm, the orange farm, is basically for the guys that come in TeamSpeak, other YouTubers, stuff like that. I want to keep that separate away from everyone. The reason I want to do that is so we can have a place where it isn't going to get basically messed up by trolls. I don't care what happens to the rest of the server, but my land, my equipment, I don't want to get touched. So that's what's going to stay separate. Now, of course, we can do contracting and stuff like that. So, the biogas. Who owns that? You betcha. I put the biogas plant on there because I got wondering, like, why have that so? Like a random guy could come on, someone would give him, one of the admins, not realizing, give him give them, should I say, not him, them, the farm, and all of a sudden they've got enough money. Bam, biogas. It's mine. Okay, where does all the money go? Probably that farm that's just bought the biogas. So the reason I do that, at least the orange guys, aka my farm, we can split the money out. If we do a biogas, you betcha I'm going to be giving you guys the money back. And I've got, well, I had 10 million in there. I thought it would be enough, but apparently it's not. You can password your farms, so if you don't want other people to join it right away, then you can do that. But I feel, on the server at least, I would prefer you guys to have an open farm so people could join it. Maybe if you don't want, if you're logging off for the night, so you're not coming back on the server for the next time you log on, put a password on it so it doesn't get messed with overnight. But I'll probably do a full server video on it. As far as mods or anything like that, right now there is nothing on there. Once we get GPS and all that good stuff coming out, I'll probably slide GPS on there at the very least. Right now, with the game, the way the game is, the way the quality of the vehicles are, I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to mess around with mods. I think the game's vehicles are absolutely amazing. They really are. So we've got one more pass to do here. And it was one of you guys in the release stream actually that said, why don't you put some money in and get bigger equipment on the American map and work your way up on the European map? And I was sat there going, you know what, that's a freaking good idea. Why didn't I think of that? I was just going to play it both styles, and then I thought, well, stupid. It would be exactly the same and it would make it boring. So I don't know who that was that suggested that, but thank you, dude. You probably saved the series, I'm not going to lie. So I went in, I gave myself nothing crazy money, but a good amount. Bought some extra land, some more fields. Bought the cotton harvester, the truck to transport the cotton harvester, the 2 trailers for the cotton harvester, and this tractor. And we're going to work our ass off from there. So we'll come in with a seeder and seed all of this. We'll probably get a bigger seeder as well soon enough to plant these fields and whatnot, and just sell the smaller stuff off. And if you guys are wondering, do jump on the multiplayer when you see this. This goes out tomorrow, so tomorrow being Wednesday. The game save, should I say, you may recognize it. That is because it is literally this game save. Why is it, you may ask, this game save? Why didn't you create a new one? Because this shed pissed me off so much when I was trying to put it down on that game save. Couldn't get it right. It was like, you know what, screw this, I'm just going to upload my game save, add some money in, and be done with it. Because the way I added this is I placed that one down as you see it right now, sold it, moved it forward, and put some concrete down effectively there. And what that allowed me to do is have a nice pad which hasn't got weeds or hasn't got grass cutting through it. again, comes down to the fact of placeables, but I'm not getting on that topic. It's a sore topic right now. Forestry as well. I know I've had a lot of people ask me about forestry. I haven't touched it. The reason I didn't touch it before the embargo was lifted, because to be quite honest, the forestry used to wind me up so much, I would get angry, and I would probably start saying stuff I would regret. Like, the whole thing with giants and partnering up with them and everything, it has been a dream come true. I have been playing the game for so many years, and done YouTube for so long, it's nice to be able to give back and try and help them in sales of the game. It's why I wanted to do it. Yes, I get early access, which would help me a lot in building the channel and hopefully getting the channel off on its feet again, because I'll be completely honest, the channel is very dormant right now, and it's disappointing. It really is. So with that going, hopefully any of you that are here, maybe new, and watching these, I hope you enjoy the Let's Plays, the live streams, and all of that good stuff. If you are new and you're watching this, please let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to know. Okay, we'll drop this because we don't need the subsoiler right now. Throw that outside. Because I want to know who's new, who's not, and hopefully you guys enjoy the content and stick around. I try and do my videos as I do my Let's Plays. Chill. Oh, I try and do my videos as I do my streams. Just chill. Like, I am who I am. I'm not going to pretend to be someone else. I'm not going to put on a fake character. Other than the fact of, I try and keep it family friendly on here. I won't swear too much. You can definitely attach vehicle machinery from a lot further away. That got spotted on one of the streams now. I know I stream like a madman, so I've really forgotten how. Well, that was bad. How much? Oh, do we not have any seeds? That just stopped me in my tracks. Nope, that is CaCO3. Chemical combination for lime. That's that. I don't think we actually have any seeds. Dang, I bet it all went in here. I bet all the seeds went in here. Okay, I guess we're going down to the store. Alright, let's go down to the store. Enjoy the cruise. But that small cultivator there, we probably should turn around and sell that thing too, actually. But yeah, there's the round bales there. They seem to be working absolutely fine for me. Ah, the little Fiat. Ah, little Fiat laddie. But let me know what you guys think of the game in the comments down below. I'm interested to see what your guys' opinions are on it. Some people may think I'm just jaded. Oh, you're just going to say nice things about the game. I've never done that before. Of course, I'm going to follow embargoes. I'm going to follow the rules. I'm not going to screw up my relationship with giants that hopefully we're just starting to build. But at the same time, when I can, I am going to say my mind. I am going to say what I think. But I also understand the way the game works and how. I know I keep saying this, but after 5 years playing the game on YouTube, played every single game a lot, I would hope by now I would understand some of the damn mechanics that go into the friggin' thing. If not, then maybe I need to move on. So right now on the left is the pre-built house, which on the server is UK Daz Gaming. He has purchased that and is now building himself a beautiful home. It's kind of funny that's how I like that. As the maps go, it's still not really explored. I need to spend some time just driving around and exploring the map myself. Ooh. So right here is where I'm going to put the animals. This is the only flat area that makes sense to put frickin' animals. So at some point is where I'll do it. What am I getting for chickens? Probably chickens will keep up at the main yard. But I'm definitely looking for flat areas to put stuff so it doesn't have to build up weird terrain. On the European map, what are we going to be doing on there? Just building the farm up, basically. And to make it so we're moving along quicker, I may have to inject some money in it. I'm not going to lie there, but hopefully not. Oh, please be seed, please be seed. Yeah, succeed. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Hopefully, just as in the streams, I have to mute my mic. I'm feeling 10 times better, but oh, the amount of crap. That's what I'll say. This way. Kind of figuring my way around the map so far. We're getting there. I've got 3.3 hours. Haven't used much fuel in this. The fuel usage, again, I've seen some people ask me about that. Is the fuel usage better or worse or whatever? I've got it on default and it's not drinking it, but again, people go, well, is it realistic? Okay, what's the realistic burn rate for what we're doing in this machine? Because every machine out there has got a different burn rate, and how we've got huge ass doors on it all the way around, well, not all the way around, but rear doors, and the front tires are fairly big. It's a lot of rotation mass, so this will probably got a high burn rate. Is it realistic? I don't know. And hopefully I've got enough seed. I had some someone saying about skid steer down on the yard and a forklift up at the shop. Yeah, it's something to think about that, actually. So that's another good spot that I'll be able to get nuked. Another thing that a lot of people have been saying as we're going past solar panels, there's no buyable placeables to make money. Greenhouses, gone. Wind turbines, gone. Solar panels, gone. Okay. Where are they? Unless they're going to be put in the mod hub at a later date, I truly don't know. It's something that I've been meaning to ask is, why have they all gone? It's something that I didn't use a lot personally, if at all. But it's still interesting where they're gone. I believe those fields, actually, we need to spread some lime down, so we'll go ahead and do that first. We'll drive this up here at least. And I'll go show you guys the horse as well on video. And probably bring back our Gator. I think they need lime. Yeah, it needs lime. Figured it needs lime. There's no fertilizer, no weeds, no nothing. And Gator is here. Because I put some grain ready to tip there, because I thought I probably need to tip in here quite often. No, the horse has barely used it any of that stuff. Yeah, so if you look there, it's 22%. It's 11 grand if I sell it now. I think the bottom there is the cleanliness. So if I jump over here, and F1, I believe it is B. Yep, there we go, it's all clean, it's all healthy. Hasn't been ridden yet today, so let's jump. Not on that steed, but to this steed. Oh my god. Come on now. There we go. I will go for a quick ride. So this pasture here is probably what I'll make as the animal area. I'll probably nuke a lot of these trees. So at some point we will be doing a little bit of forestry, but it'll be worthwhile. I'll cut them down and just make this a nice big expansive area for that type of stuff. 9%. This is, they said like it takes 10 minutes. I don't know if it really does take 10 minutes of riding. It takes a good amount. I guess 10 minutes is a lot of riding, so it's not something I really want to do. That's why I've only got one horse. I may get another one at some point. This is another thing I've seen a couple of people say, oh, it's gimmicky, it's gimmicky. Yeah, but the gimmicks sell. Why do you think the dog's in there? The dog, I've said for a long time, I think the dog was a waste of time and a waste of damn resources. That could have been put into, say, more time for the placeables. There's a crazy thought. But the whole side of things, it's a good way of making money. And the way that you actually have to interact with the horse and do stuff, is it as gimmicky as people say? Because in forcing you to have to ride it a day, you have to clean it. You're putting time into it, just like you do any of the animals. So if this is gimmicky, are the cows gimmicky? Because I know personally people, granted they got out of doing this now, but used to buy horses, train them up and sell them. Not for meat, not for anything else, but for riding. Basically what you're kind of doing here without all of the issues of breaking in a horse from scratch. So, is it as gimmicky? Is it gimmicky in that sense? I don't think so. But maybe I'm seeing it more than ever before, but I'm just... the amount of people that are beaking off about the game, it's disappointing. There you go. And about is back in the stable. I do want to point out I've not actually named that horse. Yep. Still need to. Alright, we'll take the gator back. As everything down there I'll just keep him. But if it doesn't need the feed, I'd rather have the gator down at the main yard. So the gator is also part of the collector's edition. And now the embargo is up, as I keep on talking about today. If you guys look around, I'm not going to tell you where, I'm never going to link it, but it is out there. It was out there with it, well, actually before the release of the game. Another thing, as I'm on that topic of warning you guys now, the Giants editor that is floating around up on a certain website that is the most scummiest website that I've ever had dealings with and seen. That is about 3 to 4 months old from what we've been told. That is basically was put onto the disc with the collector's edition. So if any of you guys are working with that Giants editor, be prepared for issues. I know Giants editor is broken or was broken. This is why that it wasn't shipped with the games, because it has got some major issues. So that probably does too. So I wouldn't go ahead converting maps, converting vehicles or anything like that until we have the full version of Giants editor, because that may completely and utterly destroy your work. Again, that was leaked, it wasn't actually put up by Giants, so take that for what you will. But I know there's a lot of people that have downloaded it to just look at it, learn it, so can't say I blame you on that one, actually. And they're overloading, start overloading, RBY. It's starting tipping, it's not really overloading, is it? And yeah, this has a hydraulic dump on it. I think that the real one's not actually hydraulic, it's, as we'll show you here, I think it's more of an electric dump than anything electric actuator down there. But anyway, that's the Gator. The Gator is actually slower than the Mahindra, so any of you that are disappointed that you haven't got the Gator, this does 32 mile an hour. The Mahindra, sorry, does something like 60 odd miles an hour. The thing's absolutely rapid, almost uncontrollable at that kind of speed. Alright, we'll park that up and jump into our lime spreader. So this here we've been using for fertilizer and lime for spreading. To be honest, I kind of wish the small one had the lime spreading capabilities. I'm not too sure why it doesn't. If any of you guys can educate me on why this style was used instead of just the one that goes on the back. Maybe it's due to the conveyor belt and the way it's fed through is the only thing I can think of the feeder. And if you guys are wondering about maintenance and how quick it goes down on, say, a tractor. Oh! This isn't lime. Okay. I thought that was lime. Okay, we'll just rock with it anyway. So these fields, I've heard a lot of people say, why didn't you just plough them together? There's a trail there. That's why I don't like ploughing them together, basically. Long story short. Any of the Let's Plays, any maps like that where people have suggested that I always shoot down, it's just, that's my playstyle there. I don't like messing around with the stock fields. I know that's not everyone's type. I know it makes sense to do it, trust me. But again, that foliage there, I don't know what will happen to that. Does it stay there or does it go? Because if it stays there, then it just looks stupid. But again, that's just limitation right there. That's how it always used to be. Alrighty, that's that field fertilized. At least me doing it this way will be part of stage 1 of fertilization. Yep, needs that. That also needs lime. I could have swore we had lime in this. Maybe I'm straight out of lime. I'll buy it in bulk, so maybe. Maybe we'll be taking a quick trip down to the lime storage. How long have we got left on the video? A little while. Nothing crazy though. Then I have to think of a video, thumbnail for this and a title. Because with these type of maps, I'm not just going to do episode 1, episode 2, I want to come up with titles. The day of the release. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Okay, so unload, another cool feature. Boom. I actually did it quite far away from the machine. Jeez. Almost need another little shed somewhere, just for storing those damn things. Alright, and we're going to be going to the lime station, which is down by the spinnery. Can we actually cut up through the spinnery area? Yeah, we can. We should be able to anyway. I'm surprised this doesn't have beacons. I really am. So this will take us up towards the spinnery, which is bonus for us with our cotton field up here, which we'll check that once we're up here. Dynamic hoses too. I love that. It has more of a functionality in this type of game than it does American Truck and Euro Truck, because you actually are in third person a lot of the time. But cotton as well, that's another huge thing for me. I've always wanted cotton in the game, so happy that we've got that. I've seen a few people ask about John Deere cotton module, cotton harvester. Just straight. And I think the reason they didn't go with one of those is probably because the John Deere makes round cotton modules, and the case obviously makes squares, so the squares are way much easier to handle than the round ones. Basically, is the long and the short of it. Pretty easy explanation to that one. That's why I think they went that route. I was shocked to see them not have a John Deere cotton harvester too. You type in cotton harvesters into Google and you just see John Deere. You really do. But maybe we'll get one at some time. Who knows? I've never actually seen that huge statue that was supposed to be around. I think that's the European map though. Non-authorized vehicles. Ah, good job I am authorized then. I think it's actually inside. Yeah, it is. Is there an entrance here? Yeah, there is. Sweet. Oh, is it actually on the outside? See, even this area could get turned into a placeable area, actually. Up here. Wow, that's actually a lot of room up here. Huh. But again, is it a good area for cows? No. But that's kind of what I'm looking at, is just a decent amount of flat land. So I wonder what else you'd be able to get from here at some point. So I'm wondering if it can be quite a bit of stuff. So, that is the end of the video for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed. And let me know what your guys' opinions are on everything I've talked about today. And what you guys think of the game. For me, I think it's really good. I honestly do. It's got its issues, and it's got its kinks that I know they will work out. But that placeable system, though. And that's something that I think is just a bit too much. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed. We will be back tomorrow, as per usual. Tomorrow we will be on the European map, and we'll just flip-flop between the two, and I've got to figure out a thumbnail and an interesting title for this. So until next time, catch you guys later. See ya.